will put you in a really unique position of being an everyman in this dystopian occupied US city. You can witness this occupation, choose your strategies, take time in the environment, do side quests, explore the environment to its fullest, and really play out guerrilla warfare in a sandbox setting, and build the revolution over the course of the game, and see the game world evolve, and really see the revolution play out. And we think that that's something that's really compelling and unique, and it's definitely something that is pushing the boundaries of CryEngine as well. So obviously Crytek acquired the rights to the Homefront IP a couple of years ago, and one of the things that really attracted us to the IP in the beginning was the premise. So it was this idea of the dystopian alternate reality US, occupied US, and we feel that kind of idea of fighting in your own backyard and fighting for freedom and for liberty is something that appeals not only to a US audience. Obviously the fiction is set within the US, but it's something that can appeal to an international audience as well. And so we were kind of drawn to the IP Homefront for that reason, and also I think because we felt that we could really help it fulfill its potential, that we wanted to expand on the IP, and so now we're kind of setting Homefront The Revolution within a free roam Philadelphia environment. So this is kind of taking that CryEngine fidelity that everybody kind of knows and loves, and applying it to kind of going back to our pedigree, if you like, to our DNA of games like Crysis and Far Cry, and kind of taking those and applying them to the Homefront IP and this free roam Philadelphia. And so that we feel can help kind of really fulfill the potential of the Homefront IP. Yeah, I mean, for definite, it's something that would have been really difficult for us to achieve, with previous gen consoles. I think that the attention to detail and the fidelity that we're trying to go for within the environment is definitely pushing the boundaries. I mean, we're not even what you might call a kind of a phase 1 launch game on the Gen 4 consoles, right? We're coming out in 2015, so yeah, it's nice to be able to spend the time with the hardware and push the hardware, and we're pushing CryEngine as well in ways that it's not kind of been done before. We've got kind of real-time day-night cycles, real-time weather. We're really pushing the AI systems, the civilian AI and the KPA patrols to create this really cool sandbox Philadelphia environment. So yeah, it would have been really tough to do that, I think, on previous generations. I mean, one of the big kind of features, I suppose, that we're talking about more now is just guerrilla warfare. So we're putting the player in this asymmetric environment, and what that means for us is that you start the game under the boot of the KPA. The KPA have got superior technology, superior firepower. You start the game and you've got very little. You're an oppressed civilian and everyman. And so we put the player in this kind of interesting environment, and you really need to use guerrilla tactics and guerrilla warfare to survive and to pick your opportunities, to spot your targets and to choose the right moment to seize the opportunity and attack, and then kind of blend back into the population. So that's something that I think we feel is really compelling, and it's something that is really only possible to kind of see out within that kind of free roam environment. If it had been more of a linear corridor shooter, you're only kind of really doing those things at, pre-scripted moments, those kind of cinematic moments. But I think with Homefront The Revolution, because we're going, broader with this Philadelphia environment, we're really kind of allowing players to experiment more with guerrilla warfare and really see what that means and how it's necessary. Homefront The Revolution's got obviously single player with that kind of free roam Philadelphia game world, and the 4-player co-op multiplayer is a separate game mode. Obviously you and 3 friends can team up and you can play within the same kind of Philadelphia sandbox that you experience in single player as well. So what we saw in the E3 demo video there was attacking a police station objective, and that's an objective that's relevant for both single player and multiplayer. It was an actual single player story objective, but also it's something that within the multiplayer environment, it's something also that you can tackle as well. So you and 3 friends can team up and take on police stations and other KPA infrastructure within the game world. So we're going for, it's 30 frames per second on Xbox One and PS4. The resolution's not 100% decided yet. We're still in development for that, and we'll be working to see, what we can kind of squeeze out of the hardware. But we're definitely with with all of the kind of AI systems, and with it being more of a kind of a free roam environment, trying to build that game world out. It's more in line, I think, with the expectation is more of that kind of 30 frames per second rather than a 60 frames per second, linear corridor shooter. Well,